Okay, in the same section of graphing a standard form, there's one other kind of question you can run into, and it doesn't require you to graph, but it does require some of the skills that you just used to graph. Here's an example of that question. What is the vertex and axis of symmetry for the function g of x is equal to 3x squared minus 12x plus 2? This is clearly a quadratic. This has a degree of 2, so we can find the vertex and the axis of symmetry. If you look back at your flipbook or at your examples, you will see the steps to find the vertex of a standard form quadratic. First thing you should be doing is identifying A, B, and C. So let's go ahead and do that now. The A value is equal to, here it is, it's on the squared term, A value is positive 3. The B value here is negative 12, and the C value is equal to 2. The reason we identify that is because we're going to have to use two of those numbers to find the x value of the vertex. Negative b over 2a is going to help us find the x value of the vertex. Well, b is negative 12. This is going to be negative 12, which means it changes to positive. One of the biggest mistakes students will make is they'll just plug in negative 12 here and not realize the formula has a negative sign in it already. That means you have to flip the sign of b. Now we've got 2 times a, which is 3. That's 12 over 6, and that is equal to 2. So our x value of our vertex is 2. How do we find our y value? We just plug in the x value. So you're going to find f of 2, oops, not f of 2. In this case, our function is g. So it's going to be g of 2 is equal to 3, remember our parentheses, times 2 squared minus 12 times 2 plus 2. And let's go ahead and plug that into our calculator. 3, and then in parentheses, 2 parentheses squared minus, in this case it's not a negative sign now, we're actually subtracting, so we do use a minus. If you ever use that by mistake, you'll probably get an error and you won't know why. It's because it doesn't know what to do if you just put plus or minus here. This is actually subtraction, so you use the minus sign here. Minus 12, 2 in parentheses, and then we've got plus 2. Let's press equal, and we've got negative 10. So, we know what our vertex is, and I can put in my answer here the vertex is at 2, should be at 2, negative 10. Alright, so vertex is good enough. How do we find the axis of symmetry? Well, the axis of symmetry, remember, it's a vertical line that passes through the vertex. That means it has to cross at the point where x equals 2. So we can put in here the axis of symmetry is, remember, it's not just a number, it's an equation. X equals 2. It's at every point where x equals 2. Again, shortcut, when you want to know the axis of symmetry of any parabola, just take a look at the x value of the vertex and set it equal to x. And that equation is the line that passes directly through the vertex. All right, that's it for this video.